Have you been looking for a rental recently and can't find anything affordable? Well, I have great news for you if you're a renter. Rents in Canada are dropping. Yes, you heard that right. In recent months, renters across Canada have noticed something unexpected. Rents are falling. After years of rapid price increases, rental markets in cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal are showing signs of a shift. This is the first time rents have declined since 2021. Later in this video, I'm going to explain what is causing this and where you can find the most stable rents. If you're new here, my name is Harkirat Singh, broker with Harmony Real Estate Group. I help buyers and sellers move smoothly and seamlessly across the GTA. I plan on dropping weekly videos with valuable insights to you whether you're a buyer or a seller looking to navigate this real estate market. The purpose behind these videos is to provide educational and insightful content so that you as a consumer can make better informed decisions when navigating the Toronto real estate market. If you get any value out of this type of content, make sure to like and hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or would like to work with our team, you can book a call by clicking on the first link in the description below. Over the past couple of years, the Greater Toronto Area rental market has experienced significant fluctuations influenced by factors such as population growth, immigration, and an evolving supply-demand dynamic. Rents in the GTA were high in 2021 and 2022 due to several key factors, some of them being pandemic recovery and strong rebound. As COVID-19 restrictions eased, many people returned to Toronto. Immigration. Canada, and particularly Toronto, continue to see strong immigration levels during this period. Limited supply and low vacancy rates. There was a chronic shortage of rental listings in the GTA, along with vacancy rates hitting historic lows during this period in Toronto. Increased demand. With remote work being more common, this led to many people seeking larger rental units to accommodate home offices, pushing prices higher. Rising operating costs and rent control. Inflation began to increase, causing costs for landlords to rise. As a result, some landlords increased rents to offset these costs, particularly in newly built rental units. In Ontario, rent control applies to units built before November 15, 2018, but newer units were exempt, allowing for new builds to rise freely. In 2023, the GTA rental market saw notable increases in rental rates, driven by strong demand and limited supply. For instance, the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board reported that the average rent for a one-bedroom condo apartment in Q3 2023 was $2,552, while a two-bedroom unit averaged $3,268. The year 2024 marked a shift towards a more balanced rental market. This change was primarily due to a surge in new condo completions, leading to a 46.6% increase in rental listings in Q3 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. This influx of supply provided renters with more options and negotiating power, resulting in a 5% year-over-year decrease in average rents for one-bedroom units, bringing the average to just below $2,500 in Q3 of 2024. In Q4 2024, rental transactions continued to rise with a 13.6% increase year-over-year. However, the growth in rental listings outpaced transactions, leading to a 3.5% decrease in average rents for two-bedroom units, which averaged $3,154. All of this information can be found on TREB's rental market report. So what are the key factors behind falling rents? Number one is the economic slowdown and increase in interest rates over the last 2 years. According to Stats Canada, on a per capita basis, real GDP rose 0.2% in the fourth quarter of 2024 after falling 0.1% in Q3. In 2024, GDP per capita fell 1.4%, followed by a decline of 1.3% in 2023. The Bank of Canada delivered its most aggressive interest rate hike campaign in its history, delivering 10 interest rate hikes between March 2022 and July 2023, bringing its benchmark rate to 5% from 0.25%. This led to higher borrowing costs, reduced spending, and investment. This also led to higher mortgage rates affecting landlords and investors, leading to less demand for rental properties. As demand reduced, this led to lower home prices or slower price increases, resulting in lower shelter costs, which was a major contributor to inflation. Number two is the increased supply of rental units. In 2024, Toronto experienced a significant increase in rental housing supply. primarily due to a surge in condo completions and purposeful city initiatives. According to CMHC, new condo units increased by almost 35,000 units in the rental market. Approximately 70% of new supply went onto the rental market, out of which 45% of these newly completed condo units were rented out, marking an increase from the 5-year average of 40%. This influx provided renters with greater choices and contributed to more competitive rental market. The City of Toronto proactively addressed housing needs by approving incentives for new rental developments. In 2024, 75 applications were received, aiming to support over 32,600 new rental homes, including more than 7,400 affordable units. A record number of condo building completions are anticipated for this year. That will add another significant amount of new units to the condo rental market that could apply downward pressure on rents, although they could actually increase marginally due to a continuing low vacancy rate. Number 3 is the decrease in immigration and demographic changes. Canada has announced a sharp cut in the number of immigrants it allows into the country to pause population growth. As part of the changes, Canada will reduce the number of permanent residents in 2025 from previous target of 500,000 to 395,000, a 21% drop. There has also been a limit set on the number of temporary residents being allowed in the country, applying to international students, foreign workers, and asylum claimants. The cap will result in a decrease of 35% in approved study permits. According to CP24, Ontario has received 23% less international student applications. This furthermore has reduced demand in the rental market, leading to lower rents. Last is a shift in demand. With work from home and hybrid work models, many renters are reconsidering living in expensive urban centers like Toronto. As a result, demand for rental units, especially in downtown areas, cooled somewhat. Many people move to suburban areas or rural areas where rents are lower, thereby reducing pressure on the downtown rental market. According to a report from Rentals.ca and Urbanation, the average asking rent for all residential properties in Canada was $2,100 in January, declining 4.4% compared to a year ago to reach an 18-month low. As we can see here on this chart, the rent for a one-bedroom in Vancouver has reduced to $2,522, down 6% year over year, and $3,443 for a two-bedroom, down 4.6% year over year. The rent for a one-bedroom in Toronto has reduced down to $2,353, down 6.3% year over year, and $3,063 for a two-bedroom, down 8% year over year. Calgary has seen a 5.6% drop in rents year over year for a one-bedroom, with rent for a one-bedroom being $1,600, and 7.1% drop year over year for a two-bedroom, with rent being $1,926 for a two-bedroom. Lastly, Montreal has seen the least drop in rents for a one-bedroom and two-bedroom. The year-over-year difference in rates dropped by 0.8% and 0.3% respectively, with the average rent for a one-bedroom being $1,729 and $2,245 for a two-bedroom. Based on this chart here, homes have seen a higher drop in rents year-over-year at 8.9% in Canada, with condos at 6.5%. January has represented the fourth consecutive month of annual rent decline, followed by 38 months of annual rent increases. Overall, average asking rents in Canada remained 5.2% higher than 2 years earlier and 16.4% higher than 3 years earlier. Of the 15 cities with the largest annual rent declines in apartment rents during January, 9 were located in Ontario. So what does this mean for you as a renter? It means there are more options to choose from in the market and better affordability. I personally know a couple that was paying $2,850 for a two-bedroom, two-bathroom condo in Toronto that were able to get a three-bedroom, two-bathroom townhome for the same price. And secondly, another family was able to decrease their monthly rent by 10% with their landlord. This also means as a renter, you can spend less on housing, allowing more money for other essential expenses. With lower rents, renters may find more available units within their budget and the ability to upgrade. This also allows for more disposable income and the opportunity to save for other goals, such as purchasing a home. As a landlord, the decrease in rents is not a favorable outlook, as this means lower rental income. Landlords will earn less money, reducing cash flow, affecting their ability to cover carrying costs such as mortgage payments, property taxes, and maintenance. This may lead to increased vacancy rates, further impacting cash flow. If it is a purpose-built rental or strictly for investment purposes, this may further lower property values when trying to exit the market, leading to higher supply in the market. So will this trend continue, or is it temporary? That kind of depends on a couple of factors, such as tariffs, unemployment rates, and how the economy performs in the next couple of months. Based on a report by TD Economics, the forecast for 2025 is that with rent control and elevated supply of purpose-built and condo rentals hitting the market will keep a lid on rents in Toronto. They expect rent growth to slow to a range of 3 to 4% for purpose-built rentals due to a multitude of factors, including decreased population growth due to the federal immigration plan, increased flood of rental supply completing this year, along with decreased interest rates helping renters make the transition to home ownership. My predictions for the next 6 to 12 months are that rents will continue to decrease or move sideways as unemployment rates rise and tariffs are applied. The challenge for the next 2 years may be an increase in completions of purpose-built rentals in 2025 and 2026 in an environment where the population growth is either zero or negative. There are almost 35,000 completions a year with zero demand being added, so rents will continue to decrease a little. Competing factors like a recession, rising unemployment, and wage growth will affect affordability for renters. Just to recap, rents are falling across Canada, giving renters a sigh of hope as affordability increases a little bit. We've seen rents decrease 4.4% on average across all of Canada, 8 to 9% in the city of Toronto, with the key factors being a decrease in immigration, increase in rental supply being available in the market, a shift in demand with renters moving to the suburbs, and a slowdown in the economy. Overall, compared to pre-pandemic prices, rents are up on average by 16% in Toronto and the GTA. If you found any value in this video, make sure to like and hit the subscribe button for more valuable content on a weekly basis. If you're a renter or a landlord looking to rent or lease your place, feel free to book a call with me by clicking on the first link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.